grew long as the sunset departed. A heavy transition, both sudden and hard. The landlord had knocked and our timeline was thin, so the loading of boxes was forced to begin.
Shoving the bundles and chairs in the back, we piled our old wagon along the dark track, packing the tables, the wood and the iron, through the cold night with no stars to rely on.
The cargo was full to the very last space, leaving no room for a seat or a place. The wagon set off through the cobblestone street, while I followed behind on my weary bare feet, holding a small bird cage close to my chest,
to protect the small singer that sang in its nest.
But the pathways were winding, the corners were deep, and the cold misty night put my senses to sleep.
Dilling and dallying, turning around, no sign of the wagon or family was found, lost in the silence of a strange neighborhood, hoping this detour would turn into good. Oh, follow the wagon and keep up the stride. Don't wander too far from the family guide. When the maps are all lost and the darkness is deep, keep the small singing bird in your spirit to keep. The address may be missing, the night may be cold, but the warmth of a home is a treasure to hold.
The carrier stumbled, the wooden wheels shook, dropping the parcel down into the brook. The finest white china, our delicate prize, was shattered in pieces before my own eyes.
The anger was heavy, my sorrow was real, like any fragile traveler would normally feel. But a brief cup of comfort, a warm friendly chat, can mend a broken heart, just as simple as that.
For little things happen to show us the light,
that even the broken can learn to unite.
Wandering hungry with nowhere to go,
feeling so faint as the winter winds blow.
no iron bedstead to rest on tonight,
no glowing heart flame or comforting light.
yet the small bird is singing its beautiful song,
a gentle reminder that we still belong. Oh, follow the wagon and keep up the stride. Don't wander too far from the family guide. When the maps are all lost and the darkness is deep, keep the small singing bird in your spirit to keep. The address may be missing, the night may be cold, but the warmth of a home is a treasure to hold.
The morning is breaking, the shadows clear,
The sound of a friendly voice draws near.
the way has been found, our journey is sweet.
Rebuilding the hearth where the travelers meet, the bird has its seat, the hearth has its fire, the traveler is home.
and a giant oak chest,
standing on the stairs, putting muscles to the test.
the leader of the crew gave a confident shout.
We'll heave it up the landing and we'll spin it right about.
We grabbed it by the corners with a mighty heavy grip,
But the wooden giant didn't even slide or slip.
we were getting nowhere, pulling till we shook.
Stuck on the turn like a salmon on a hook.
So we sat upon the steps, letting out a sigh, and
Brewed a warm pot as the morning drifted by.
our second mate suggested,
Let's take off all the brass.
the handles and the ornaments are blocking up the pass.
We unscrewed every fixture and we pulled out every nail, but the stubborn old chest wouldn't budge a single scale.
Alright, the leader muttered, we must
Take off the feet.
to trim down the width makes our victory complete.
We sawed off the legs and we popped off the lid.
Hoping for a movement, but it absolutely hid. We were
Getting nowhere, panting in a row.
so we boiled up the kettle for another round to go.
Oh, heave ho, steady, pull it to and fro.
But the more we dismantle, the less it wants to go.
With a lever and a rope and a bucket full of grit,
We cannot seem to move this heavy brute a single bit.
the walls are getting scraped and the banister is bent.
And all our mighty energy is completely spent.
The door must come off,
Was the next crazy call.
and if that doesn't work,
We will batter down the wall,
we popped off the hinges and we shattered down the plaster.
turning our endeavor into a structural disaster.
The hallway was open, the bricks were on the floor.
But the wooden monster sat as heavy as before.
Then the cleverest mate had a look at the beams and hatched up a plan to fulfill all our dreams.
We'll climb to the attic, smash a hole in the roof, and hoist it with a pulley till it's soaring and aloof.
Went the ladder with a crowbar and a spade.
A thunderous blow,
To the ceiling was made.
but instead of a pulley,
We got a great surprise.
a half-ton of plaster fell straight into our eyes.
Buried in the rubble, coughing in the grave.
We decided that was quite enough of working for the day.
Oh, heave ho, steady, pull it to and fro.
But the more we dismantle, the less it wants to go.
With a lever and a rope and a bucket full of grit,
We cannot seem to move this heavy brute a single bit.
the walls are getting scraped and the banister is bent.
And all our mighty energy
Is completely spent. We left the wooden giant standing right there on the floor.
blocking up the landing and the passage to the door.
No use being hasty when the timbers will not slide.
Sometimes it's much better to just set the work aside,
So we brushed off the dust from our shoulders and our hair.
and drank a hot cup in the wreckage of the stair.
Just leave it on the landing,
Let the kettle boil,
rest the weary muscles, peace after toil. Baby laughs and plays with wooden blocks on the floor, while the morning breeze blows softly through the kitchen door. A sudden spill of coffee on the morning news, just another chaotic start that I would never choose. It is so romantic, but it is so bewildering too. This wild and perfect life that I am sharing here with you. Nothing stays the same, the seasons always turn as we gather up the lessons that we have to learn. You pay the paper boy, you try to fix the broken stove, finding beauty in the corners of our little cove. You wave a quick goodbye to the departing guest, then accidentally burn the supper we love best. The smoke is in the air, the kitchen window breaks, but we laugh aloud at all of our mistakes. There is no use in crying when the plans fall apart. It only leaves more room inside a broken heart. Oh, I know the tide will change, nothing stays the same, but we are always willing to play this beautiful game. It is coming back around, the light will shine again, bringing warmth and healing like a soft summer rain. So don't you mind at all if we stumble or we fall. Love is coming back around to rescue us all. The sun is sinking low behind the maple tree, and you are sitting on the porch alongside of me. We watch the shadows stretch across the garden bed, remembering the gentle words that we have often said. The stove is still unplugged, the windows need a mend, but we have got a sanctuary on which we can depend. Through the laundry piles and the cluttered halls, there is a sweet devotion echoing within these walls. And I believe in love, yes, I believe it's true. What else is there to do but share this life with you? Through the rise and the fall of the turning of the day, I know that hope will always find a way. Oh, I know the tide will change, nothing stays the same, but we are always willing to play this beautiful game. It is coming back around, the light will shine again, bringing warmth and healing like a soft summer rain. So don't you mind at all if we stumble or we fall. Love is coming back around to rescue us all. The baby is asleep, the house is finally still. A quiet peace is resting on the windowsill. It is coming back around, the love is here to stay, cozy in the chaos at the end of the day.
Once lived a ruler of a bustling, wealthy state, who cared for nothing but the garments on his plate. No interest in his soldiers, no visits to the play. He wore a different coat for every hour of the day.
While other kings were busy leading councils of the crown, his subjects said his dressing room was where he could be found.
In the great and festive city, where the celebrations ring,
two clever roving swindlers came to capture the king.
They claim to be fine
weavers
of a magnificent design,
woven with a fabric so uncommonly fine.
but this magic cloth possessed a trap of curious intent,
Invisible to fools and those of stupid testament. A splendid suit, the king resolved to find out who is wise, and weed out all the foolish who are wearing a disguise.
He paid a fortune to the thieves to set up their display.
They worked their empty looms at night and locked the gold away.
The ruler sent his minister, an honest, sensible man,
To see how the weavers work their quiet, unseen plan.
The old man peered through spectacles, his eyes were wide with dread.
He saw absolutely nothing on the empty looms of thread.
Am I a fool, he whispered low,
Or unfit for my post,
I must declare this beautiful.
though it is but a ghost.
He praised the non-existent shades, the pattern in the air, and told the eager palace that the cloth was beyond compare. A second trusty envoy went to check the weaver's loom. He stared into the empty space inside the silent room,
Though nothing lay before him, he feared what truth might mean,
and praised the imaginary silk he had not ever seen.
It held me spellbound, he declared, to save his noble name.
And soon the whole impatient town was joining in the game.
At last the ruler went himself, with courtly guides in tow.
He looked upon the naked loom and felt a chilling blow. Am I unfit?
He panicked deep,
This is a terrible fate.
so he nodded in approval at the weaver's empty plate.
He gave the thieves a royal cross to wear in pride and glee, and crowned them with the title of Sir Weaver by decree.
Oh, spin the loom and cut the air, the royal gown is done. Weave the threads of vanity before the morning sun. If you cannot see the master stroke, then hold your silent tongue.
And join the grand illusion of the song that must be sung.
Hold the train up higher, let the canopy unfold.
For no one wants to whisper
That there's nothing there to hold.
The swindlers burned their candles late to show how hard they strove
To stitch the garments of the air within their busy cove.
They pretended to take down the
Cloth and cut the empty space, preparing for the festival with serious, quiet grace.
These trousers are as light as web.
We told the gathering crowd,
You'll feel as though you've nothing on.
which makes the gown so proud.
The ruler stripped his clothes away
Before the looking glass,
as they pretended to pull on the sleeves of empty
they
brass
wrapped their hands around his waist,
to tie the unseen train.
while he turned round and round to admire his own domain.
The noble stooped and reached the floor,
To lift the phantom thread,
terrified to let it show that
they were filled with dread.
underneath the golden canopy,
The grand parade began.
the crowd along the cobblestone.
Cheered for the naked man.
How perfect is the fit, they cried,
How beautiful the gown.
as the silent naked ruler marched across the cheering town.
But in the quiet of the street, a child spoke out his mind.
He hasn't got a single stitch of clothing on behind.
The whisper spread from ear to ear, a quiet growing wave.
He hasn't anything on at all.
The people started to rave.
The town cried out in unison.
The truth was finally clear,
As the shouting of the simple words
reached the sovereign's ear.
The king shivered in the cold wind,
Knowing they were right,
on there before his people in the harsh
revealing light,
But he thought this great procession,
has got to carry on
and so he walked more proudly
till the foolish march was gone.
wasn't there. Keep marching, hold the empty train. The parade goes on, hide the foolish shame. A boastful miller told a lie to win a royal crown. He bragged his daughter spun the straw to gold in every town. The greedy king, with eyes of ice, locked her inside the tower. Spin all this straw to shining gold by morning's early hour, or face the blade of execution when the light breaks through. She wept alone against the wheel, with nothing she could do. Then through the shadows stepped a man, a strange and tiny guide. What will you give to dry your tears? He whispered by her side. She gave her necklace on the first, her silver ring the second night. He spun the straw to golden thread beneath the candlelight. But on the third her hands were bare, with nothing left to trade. She promised him her firstborn child for the final bargain made. Oh, spin the wheel and turn the straw, the golden thread is spun. A crown is bought with heavy debts before the morning sun. But promises in darkness made will find you in the day, when the little clattering goblin comes to claim his royal pay. The king beheld the glittering room and took her as his bride. She wore the crown upon her head with sorrow deep inside. A baby came, the cradle rocked, the nursery was warm. But soon the little man returned to claim the promised storm. I'll give you 3 long days, he laughed, to guess my secret name, or else the child belongs to me, to play my ancient game. The messenger rode through the hills beneath the mountain crest, and deep within the pine forest he found a campfire blessed. A tiny man was dancing there, a clattering poltergeist, who sang aloud his secret name by vanity enticed. Today I bake, tomorrow I brew, the queen can never win, for Rumpelstiltskin is my name. Let the feast begin. Oh, spin the wheel and turn the straw, the golden thread is spun. A crown is bought with heavy debts before the morning sun. But promises in darkness made will find you in the day, when the little clattering goblin comes to claim his royal pay. On the final day she stood and looked him in the eye. Is your name Heinz or Kun? She asked with cleverness and sly. Is it Rumpelstiltskin? She whispered soft and low. He shrieked a scream of fury that set the hills aglow. He stamped his foot so deep and hard it sank into the clay, and in his raging madness he tore himself away. Shattered and sundered in the ground, his power broke in two. The cradle safe, the secret kept, the golden thread was through. The spinning wheel is quiet now, the straw is on the floor. The little clattering goblin will return to us no more. The baby sleeps in peace, the golden thread is cut, the secret is safe, the tale is told.
peaceful path did run beneath the golden setting of the sun, through fields of green and under branches white. The gentle road would carry us inside. Close your tired eyes, the day is done. The quiet of the evening has begun. Lie down to rest, let go of every fear. A gentle song is floating very near. Oh, rest your head, the starlight starts to gleam and drift away into a quiet dream. A soft embrace of silver and of gold to keep you safe against the winter's cold. With morning light, a happy smile will rise to greet the dawn beneath the warming skies. So sleep, my dear, the shadows fade away, and rest until the coming of the day. The stars above are lighting up the dome to show the quiet way to guide us home. No longer must you wander in the deep. The wind is whispering a song of sleep. Close your tired eyes, the day is done. The quiet of the evening has begun. Lie down to rest, let go of every fear. A gentle song is floating very near. Once there ran a path so sweet and clear to lead us back to everything held dear. The journey ends inside this quiet room, beyond the midnight shadow.